Okay, Chapter 3, Lecture 7 is short sales. The What is a short sale? Short sale is a sale of shares that are not owned by the investor, but they are borrowed through the broker. So the to just to take a step back, the buying on a margin is a bullish action. You're expecting that the value you have a positive outlook on the stock. Short selling is done when you have a negative outlook on the stock. So the mechanics. So you borrow stock from a broker and post margin. So the broker sells the stock and deposit those proceeds into a margin account, and your margin is typically 50% of the sale proceeds. So you're going to post. Um, so if the proceeds of the sale are $10,000, you're going to post $5,000 with a 50% initial margin requirement. Um, So when you cover or close out the position, you buy the stock, and the broker returns the stock to the original party, which actually, in most cases, is probably the broker himself. So um, required initial margin, usually 50%, can be more for lower price stocks. Uh, the you're liable for any cash flows. So if a stock pays a dividend, you owe the broker the value of that dividend. So example here, you sell short 100 shares of stock at $60 per share. So you're putting the $6,000 into that account. So the proceeds, that's so so this is just the 60 times 100. So this is then the 50% margin is going to be $3,000. So this is what you would deposit is 60 times 100. Whoops, not 1,000 times 0.5. So that's your 3,000. So now the total in that account is $9,000. So the um, short sale equity is the total margin account minus the market value. So in this case, that's your $3,000, and then the total margin account is $9,000, and then the market value is $6,000. And again, we could easily do this with just using the share price. In that case, your share price is $60, your equity is $30, and the total margin account value is $90. So the so next slide is an example of a short sale. So the 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 maintenance margin for a short sale stock with a price greater than 1675 is 30% of the market value. It's can be more for stocks like less than, or will be more for stocks with prices less than 30%. So 30% of the $6,000 is $1,800. So you have an excess margin of $1,200. So that's your 3,000 minus your 18. So that so what's your margin call price? So when equity is less than or equal to 30% of market value. So recall, equity is equal to total margin account minus market value. So when the market value is equal to the total margin account divided by 1 plus the maintenance margin requirement. So the the books method, it's 9,000. 9,000 divided by uh, one plus the maintenance margin requirement. This is so $6,923. So um, uh, so 90 divided by one plus 1 plus 0.3. Let me take yes. Okay, there. So um, so that would be a share price of $69, or transpose the number, $69.23. So you would receive a margin call at the price 69.23. So um, if this occurs, the your equity is 9,000 minus $6,923, or $2,077. So that's 30%. So you're right at it. To restore the initial margin, you take the 69.23 divided by 2 and subtract your equity, and you'd have to restore the initial margin. You have to add um, the $1,384.50 to restore the initial 50% margin. So the next slide, just first we've got we've got hold on. Okay, this table 3.2 compares purchasing a stock to short sale. So this is a one period example. So with your purchasing a stock, you buy it at the beginning of the period. So you're out the initial price. Then you say you receive a dividend and you sell the share. So you're going to receive the ending price plus the dividend. So your profit is the ending price plus the dividend minus the initial price. So when we short sale, we're we're borrowing that share and selling it. So we're going to receive the initial price. We have to repay that dividend and buy a share for the at the ending value. So so we're paying out the ending price plus any dividends. So our profit is our initial price minus the ending value plus the dividend. So again, but since we're in parentheses here, we're liable for dividends. The so we're gonna have to pay the ending price and the dividend to when we close out that transaction. So the just note, and ca- negative implies a cash outflows. So we have one slide left in this chapter. It's actually a short slide. And it's kind of an odd place for this to be stuck, but it's like they hid it at the back of this chapter. But anyway, the for the most part, markets are self-regulated uh, with requirements also mandated by Congress, but the SEC and the NASD are self-regulatory organizations, and they regulate brokers and brokerage firms. So those are certainly impacted by Sarbanes-Oxley, which was passed in 2002 as a direct result of uh, activities that took place prior during the and prior to the tech bust in the late 90s, early 2000s. Uh, the insider trading and trading on insider information that is non-public knowledge about a corporation possessed by it can be possessed by anyone. If it doesn't matter who it is, if you trade on that information, that is a violation of law. But the insiders at firms do at times get away with trading on inside information. Um, and one wonderful thing is our Congress has exempted themselves from insider trading laws, so uh, they don't have to abide by these laws. Just everybody else does. So anyway, that is the conclusion of chapter 3.